Hello everyone, welcome you all to the next session on relations and functions of class 12 mathematics. In this session, let's learn about binary operations. What are binary operations? Binary operations on a set are calculations that combine two elements of the set to produce another element of the same set. So binary operation is nothing but an operation that is performed on a set. Now, to do binary operation, we need only two elements. Because you hope you know the meaning of binary. When you mean binary, it is nothing but 0 and 1 and you have only two numbers in it. And in mathematics, we define binary will be having two elements, which is a operation, or which you can call it as a function, which is defined from one set to another set. Now this is nothing but association of any pair of elements AB from X to another element of X. That is, let you take two elements from the set X, pair it up. So that gives you a pair of elements from the first set, and that will give you an output to an element which will also be an element in the same set X. So the binary operation is denoted by the symbol star. You can call it as star. The binary operation will be represented on a non-empty set. So a binary operation on a non-empty set A are functions from A cross A to A. It is an operation of two elements of the set whose domains and codomain are in the same set. That's what we have understood here. Domain is from X and the codomain will also be X. That is, both domain and codomain will be from the same set. Here is a diagrammatical explanation for you. There is a set A which contains two elements, one is X and other one is Y. And the function that is performed in this set A to the same set A is nothing but your star, and that is what we call it as binary operation. Now when you perform this binary operation to these elements X and Y in the set A, the output will be your X star Y. And the star could be any arithmetic operations. That is, it could be addition or subtraction or multiplication, division, exponential, anything it could be. So in general, we can say binary operations are nothing but the combinations of operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and so on. Let us get into the formal definition of binary operation now. A binary operation star on a set A is a function star from A cross A to A. We denote star of A comma B by A star B. So the binary operation is always represented by A star B. When you mean A star B, it means there is a binary operation between the element A and B, whereas the elements A and B are from the set A. Now, whenever we define any operation or any set, we normally define the properties. As usual, we have some properties of this binary operation also. The first normal property that we have is closure property, and that is applicable here. So that is not specifically mentioned as a definition. Apart from those closure property, we have some other properties. We have already learned those properties for set of natural numbers, whole numbers, real numbers, all those things in our earlier classes. Now let's see whether the binary operation, what we have learned now, is commutative or associative, all those things. Let's see the definitions and try to understand whether it is satisfying those properties or not. The first thing that we are going to learn about the binary operation is the commutative property, provided the binary operation is closure. That is, it is closed under the given element from the given set. Now, a binary operation star on the set X is called commutative if A star B equal to B star A. Now we have seen this one in a different version, like when you have addition of two elements, we used to represent that by A plus B equal to B plus A. Similarly, in the product, we used to represent A into B equal to B into A. Here the operation is star. It could be either addition or subtraction or anything, depends upon your function. So here the operation is binary, and that is denoted by the symbol star, and hence the binary operation is commutative if you find A star B equal to B star A, for every A and B is an element, are the elements of the set X. So if you find any two elements from the set X, and if you see that the operation between those two sets, that is those two elements like A star B and B star A, if you see both are equal, then you can call that binary operation as commutative. Normally we would have seen these properties for the elements, that is the elements of the set, that is nothing but natural numbers, whole numbers and so on. But here we are defining these properties for the function, I would say, or you can call it as a binary operation. Now let us check for the associative property for this binary operation. Of course, as per the definition, you need to have three elements. So let's say A, B, C belong to A. That is, there are three elements A, B and C belong to the set A. A binary operation star from A cross A to A is said to be associative if A star B star C equal to A star B star C. I don't need to give much explanations about all these commutative, associative, everything, because we have already come across all these definitions for various number systems in our earlier classes. The next property that we learn is identity. Now, given a binary operation star from A cross A to A, an element E belongs to A if it exists is called the identity for the operation star if A star E equal to A, and that is equal to E star A for every A belongs to capital A. That is, if you have an element A, say small a, in capital A, and if you are able to find an element called E and in such a way that that's A star E is equal to E star A and both are equal to A. So if you are able to find such an element in the set A, then you can call that E as your identity. I hope you all remember we used to define 0 and 1 as an identity. 0 will be the identity for your addition operation. 1 will be the identity element whenever you have an operation called multiplication. Here we will represent that by the letter E. It could be either 0 or 1, whatever it is, depends upon your operation that is defined for that particular scenario. 0 is the identity for the addition operation on R, but it is not identity for the addition operation on N, as 0 does not belong to N. This is not a new thing for us. So let me move on to the next definition. After learning identity, the next thing that we normally learn is inverse. Given a binary operation star from A cross A to capital A with the identity element E in A, and element A belongs to A is said to be invertible with respect to the operation star if there exists an element B in A such that A star B equal to E equal to B star A, and B is called the inverse of A and it is denoted by A inverse. That is, consider an element A in the set A, and also there must be an element E in the set A. Now, if at all you have an element called B in the same set A which satisfies the condition A star B equal to B star A and they both are equal to E, then you can call that B is the inverse of A. That is, you will call that element A will be invertible only when you have an element B such that A star B equal to B star A equal to E, for which you need to have A, B and E. All the three must be the elements in the set capital A. If you are able to find such a relation between A and B, then you can call B as the inverse of A, and you can also say A is invertible, and this inverse is defined by or denoted by A inverse. Now we have learned the basic properties of definition of binary operation and then the basic properties of binary operation. Now with this understanding, let us solve a few problems from exercise 1.4. Here is the first problem. Determine whether or not each of the definition of star given below gives a binary operation. In the event that star is not a binary operation, give justification for this. This, we are supposed to check whether the given operation is binary or not. it does indirectly means that you need to check the closure property of the binary operation. Let's take the subdivisions one by the other and discuss the scenario. Now there is a first subdivision which says on z plus. Z plus here is set of all positive integers. Z represents integers. Plus represents a positive. So this is set of all positive integers. We define star by a star b equal to a minus b. This is the first definition. Now let's check for the first subdivision and then we'll come back to the next subdivision. Now we have an element. Let's take two elements from the set Z plus. That is, one is 2 and other one is 5. Now by the definition of star, we have a star b equal to a minus b. Let us define this operation for these two elements, that are 2 and 5. So 2 star 5 will be 2 minus 5 and that is equal to minus 3. So 2 star 5 gives you minus 3, whereas this minus 3 is not an element in Z plus, because it's a negative number. So 2 star 5 is not an element in Z plus. So when you don't find such an element in Z plus, you cannot call this star as a binary operation. Hence, a star defined by a star b equal to a minus b is not a binary operation. Let's move to the second subdivision. On Z plus, define star by a star b equal to ab. Again, the set that is defined here is positive integers. That is set of positive integers. Now, when you take any two positive integers, if you find a product, then definitely the product will also be positive. Now, let us take two elements a and b. I need not have any specific example here because it will be suitable for any numbers in positive integers. So let me take two integers called a and b from Z plus. Now as per the definition of the binary operation, we have a star b equal to a into b. Of course, positive into positive will be a positive number, hence that will be an element in Z plus. So if at all I take two elements in Z plus, I get the product also in Z plus. This means when you have an ordered pair AB in star, the definition that you get it like AB, that will also be an element in Z plus. So for every element or every ordered pair A comma B belongs to star. This always the binary operation star will take the elements in pairs. So if you take a pair A and B in star, the operation defined between this A and B is an element in the set Z plus. Hence, we can call this star as a binary operation. That is, star defined by a star b equal to ab is a binary operation. Let's check the third subdivision. Third subdivision is on R, define star by a star b equal to ab square. Here R represents a set of real numbers and there is no restriction for this one. So you will have all numbers here, set of natural numbers, whole numbers, integers, rationals, irrationals, everything will be a part of this set. And the definition here between a and b is ab square. So whatever number you take it could definitely belong to R. Hence there are two elements. Let's take two elements a and b in R. We define a star b equal to ab square. Obviously the ab square should be an element in R. Hence, if you take an ordered pair, the ordered pair AB in star will have unique AB, unique output AB, and this output will also be an element in the real numbers. Hence, the star, that is a binary operation that was defined, that is defined as a star B equal to AB square, is a binary operation. I think similarly you can understand the remaining two subdivisions. Here are they for you. Here the definition is mod a minus b. Here the set is on positive real numbers, positive integers. When you take any two integers, one could be anything. It could be positive or negative, whatever it is. Since you have the operand modulus here, the answer will be positive. Since you have modulus of any number, any positive or negative is going to be only positive. Hence, whatever element you take it for A and B, it will definitely be an element in Z plus. This is the reason I am not choosing any number for A and B in this case. So for every A and B belongs to Z plus, you are able to find an element called modulus of A minus B in Z plus. Hence, for every ordered pair A comma B in star, the definition has a unique element modulus of A minus B in Z plus. Hence, the star that is defined by A star B equal to mod A minus B is a binary operation. Similarly, we have the last subdivision also, and the last one that we have is A star B equal to A. Obviously, when you mean A star B equal to A, when you take an element A from Z plus, then the output is also A. This has to be an element in Z plus. So this tells us that for every ordered pair in the star, we have a unique element A in Z plus. Hence again, the star is also a binary operation. So from all the subdivisions, we see that only the first subdivision is not a binary operation. That means this tells you like the subtraction may not be closed at times. It depends upon the set that you define. With this understanding, let's move on to the second problem of the same exercise. For each binary operation star defined below, determine whether star is commutative or associative. As we know the definitions of commutative and associative, we also learned this in this session. Let's solve a few subdivisions in it. I'm going to solve subdivision 3 and subdivision 6 in this session, so that will be easy for you to practice the remaining at home. Let's start with the third subdivision. Third subdivision is here on Q. Define A star B is equal to AB by 2. So we have two elements called A and B in Q. So we have, let's write what is given. Given is the definition of the binary operation, which is nothing but AB by 2. Let's start with the commutative property. So commutative says let AB belongs to Q. When you have two elements in the set Q, A star B equal to AB by 2, AB is nothing but a product. The product will also be an element in the set Q. AB can be very well written as BA. So you can see A star B equal to BA by 2, but BA is nothing but your B star A. If you have A into B by 2, this will be is nothing but your A star B. If at all you have B into A by 2, it means the first element here it's going to be B and the second element is going to be A. So this tells you it's B star A. Now you can see A star B equal to B star A, and hence the binary operation is commutative. Similarly, we can check for associative also. Here is associative property. Let's start with A star B star C. Here consider this A star B and star C. Even though you have three elements from the set here, you're not going to have all the three elements here. Let us consider two at a time, because the binary operation is defined only for two elements at a time. So we have A star B star C. We consider this as one element and this as second element. Now for A star B, when you consider the first element having two parts here. One is A and the other one is B. Now let us operate the things which are inside your brackets. Now A star B will be equal to AB by 2 as per your definition. Now star C, let it remain as such. Now you can see A star B star C is reduced to two elements. The first element is your AB by 2 and the second element is C here. Now let us perform the binary operation for the two elements, that is AB by 2 and C. Now if I have A star B, that gives you A into B by 2. Now in the place of A, I'm going to have AB by 2, and in the place of C, I'm going to have, in the place of B, I'm going to have C. Now when you have this binary definition, it means the first element into second element divided by 2. Now here the first element is AB by 2 into the second element is C, the whole divided by 2. This is the definition of the binary operation when you have it for three elements here. So this on simplification, it comes as ABC by 4. And now you can have the value of A star B star C as ABC by 4. Let's check whether this is same for the other side of your associative property also. That is A star B star C. Let us consider A star B star C. Again, this is your first element and this is going to be the second element. Here the second element has some parts in the bracket. So let us evaluate the terms inside the bracket now. That is A star BC, B into C by 2, because the first element is B here, second element is C, so it is giving you the product BC by 2. So A star BC by 2. when you have A star B, you will write it like A into B by 2. Now in the place of A, we have A, whereas in the place of B, we have BC by 2. So this gives you the first element into the second element, that is A into BC by 2, the whole divided by 2. Of course, this gives you ABC by 4. So this is the way this explanation has come. So we have A star B star C is equal to ABC by 4. You can see in the previous board also A star B star C is also equal to ABC by 4. So this tells you that A star B star C equal to A star B star C. And hence we can call this binary operation as associative. So the third subdivision what we have discussed, we have seen it is associative and also commutative. Now let me define the sixth subdivision for you here. Let me explain the sixth subdivision for you. It is on the set R minus of minus 1. Define A star B equal to A by B plus 1. That is, you have a set of real numbers in which your minus 1 is not included. So, set of all real numbers excluding this minus 1, if you have an operation say A star B equal to A by B plus 1, you need to check whether this operation is commutative or associative. I hope you understand why B cannot be, why there cannot be any element as negative 1, because your B cannot be negative 1. If it is going to be negative 1, you don't have any denominator and hence the operation doesn't make sense. Let's start discussing about the sixth subdivision. Let's start checking for the commutative first. Now to check for the commutative, let me take two elements here. It will be easy for us because we have the operations as fractions here. If it is in the form of a number, it will be easy for us to compare it and then conclude it. Now let me take two elements 1 and 2 in the set R minus of minus 1. Now as per the definition, we have A star B is A by B plus 1. That is, the first element is in the numerator and for the second element 1 is added and that is placed in the denominator. So with this definition, let's proceed it for 1 star 2. 1 star 2 is equal to the first element 1 should be in the numerator and the second element 2 will be in the denominator with 1 added to it. So you can see it is 1 by 2 plus 1. Now you can simplify this. 1 by 2 plus 1 is nothing but 1 by 3 and this is an element of R minus of minus 1. So you see that 1 star 2 is an element of R minus of minus 1. Similarly, let's try the value for 2 star 1. When you simplify it again as the usual definition of this A star B, the first number or first element is placed in the numerator, second element is placed in the denominator with the 1 added to it. So we have 2 by 1 plus 1 which simplifies to 1. This is also an element in the given set. So we can say, why are we mentioning this here is to just conclude whether this given binary operation is a binary operation or not. Of course, when the output is also an element of the same set that we are defining, so the operation is binary. And then when you compare the output, you have 1 by 3 here, whereas here you have 1. 1 by 3 and 1 are not equal. This means that 1 star 2 is not equal to 2 star 1. That means your A star B is not equal to B star A. Hence this operation is not commutative. Let's check for associative, for which I need one more element. Let me take the third element as 3. So let me find 1 star 2 first and then star 3 and then I'll proceed. So 1 star 2 star 3. Of course, this is going to be first element and this is going to be the second element. Before I apply this operation to these two elements, I could see there are two elements within this one. So I'll simplify this first and then come back to this number 3. So 1 star 2, as per the definition, the first element is in the numerator, that is 1 is in the numerator. The second element is 2. 2 will be in the denominator with 1 added to it. So we have 1 by 2 plus 1 star 3. That means we have 1 by 3 star 3. Now when we have A star B, the definition is A by B plus 1. Now here I am going to have 1 by 3 star 3. So the first element is 1 by 3, that should be placed in the numerator. So it is 1 by 3 and the denominator will have the second element plus 1. So this is how we got this equation. That is 1 by 3 plus 1. That is nothing but 1 by 3 by 4 Now when you evaluate it, simplify this gives you 1 by 12. This is also an element in the given set. So 1 star 2 star 3 is equal to 1 by 12. Let's see what do we have for 1 star 2 star 3. So we have here 1 star 2 star 3. 1 star here the first element is 2, so it is in the numerator. The second element is 3. 3 plus 1 is in the denominator. So we have 1 star which will be like 1 star 2 by 4. So 1 star 2 by 4 is simplified to 1 star 1 by 2. Now you have the first element as 1 and second element as 1 by 2. You can see the first element in the numerator, second element plus 1 in the denominator. That simplifies to 1 by 3 by 2, which is nothing but 2 by 3. Again, this is also an element from the given set. So 1 star 2 star 3 equal to 2 by 3. So this is the answer for this operation, that is 1 star 2 star 3. And we know 1 star 2 star 3 gives you 1 by 12. And here you have 2 by 3. It means that they both are not equal. That is 1 star 2 star 3 not equal to 1 star 2 star 3, or A star B star C is not equal to A star B star C. So the binary operation is not associative. So we have discussed third and sixth subdivision of this problem, in which we saw one was commutative and associative, and the other one we saw not commutative and not associative. It doesn't mean that both the properties should be satisfied or should not be satisfied. It depends upon your set and the operations. So check out the remaining binary operations for commutative and associative, so that you will have a better practice, and keep practicing the example problems which are similar to the one that we have solved today. And here are your homework problems. Examples 29, 30, 31, 32 and 33. It's all about from the definitions what we have seen today, and the remaining subdivisions of question number 2. I'll meet you in next session with some other problems of the same exercise. Thank you.